EmGo. He looks like he quit school because of recess, because he don't play.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Generation toy, TYRANT. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we have a nice image of TYRANT in his robot mode, in his jet mode. On the top of the box, it just says Generation Toy. On the bottom of the box, Generation Toy. Warning! Please don't eat anything in this box, that could be very bad for you. On the back of the box, it's Generation Toy, nothing and nothing, just a black box on the inside of the slipcover that says, if I can get it off, Generation Toy, and that's basically it for the packaging. So, moving right along, here we have Generation Toys TYRANT, and this is their take on IDW Megatron, his early design in the comic books from years ago when he had his stealth bomber mode. And I do quite dig this figure. It is very, very nicely done. So here he is in his stealth bomber mode. I love all the purple lining throughout the jet mode. That just looks gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at all that. You do have that red right here for the cockpit. You have some trans clear and purple going across the front here, which looks very, very nice. You have some trans clear and purple back here as well as some silver and some gunmetal gray details. See the back there. The underside. See how the underside works. My one complaint about the jet mode is I wish these panels right here locked in somewhere. These are basically just to hide all the robot mode stuff here. They don't lock in or tab in anywhere. They just kind of sit there, and sometimes when you're handling it, you can just kind of bump one of these out of the way. So I wish that just kind of tabbed in somewhere. Considering everything else, you know, locks in very securely, it's weird that they didn't find a way for these panels to somehow lock in, but they don't, unless I'm doing something wrong, but I don't think I am, because I don't see anywhere or anything for these things to tab onto. So it is what it is, just a minor little complaint, not the end of the world, but yeah, very, very cool. So there you have lots. And for comparison, here it is with Generation Toys IDW Optimus. Just so you can see how they look together. So you got that going on. And here it is with the official Generations IDW Megatron. You can just see how tiny that is. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's so cute. That's so cute. Oh, look at that. Oh, oh. So there you go. Now, this figure includes one accessory, and that is a flight stand. You can see, done all in black with some transparent purple accents there. Very nicely done. There's even a spot there for a Decepticon sticker, which is very nice. I always appreciate that when they mold that in. But yeah, there are locking points. It is ratcheted, you can see. But you do have a lock for it as well. You can see this piece right here. Once you have this in the desired location, you take this and push that up, and that will lock that in place. And also, this arm right here can extend, and when you have this at your desired length, you can just push that in, and that will lock that in place. And you also have another locking point for this peg right here. You have this little sliding peg right here, so when you have this in the desired position, you just slide that over. That will lock it in place right there. So very cool how that works. So everything will stay nice and secure for you like that. And this just plugs into the underside of the jet right there. So you just plug that on, and you can now have the jets flying, and you can have that angled however you want, as high or as low as you want. Totally up to you, but it makes for a nice display right there if you want to use it. So there you go. I always appreciate display bases. Even if I don't have the space to use them, I do always still appreciate them. So there you go. And that is pretty much it for the jet mode. What you see is what you get. You know, that's all it does. You know, it's doing what it does. It's just a really evil looking stealth bomber. And it succeeds in that, in my opinion. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? So the first thing we want to do is take the wingtips, and you just want to pull them up and put those off to the side. What parts for me? It's okay, it's okay. Let's pull these off. Put that off to the side, and now we have what's left. So we're going to come down here. You want to take this little panel, just bring that up, bring this around, and that will tab in right there and lock into place. Bring that up, swing that around, tab that in, lock that into place. And then you want to come here and you just want to wiggle these sections loose here. Just bring them out and up. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Bring that out and up. You want to come back here. You want to untab these panels. You can see there's just 2 tabs, 2 slots right on top of there. Just bring that up and just collapse that in like that. Bring that up and collapse that in like that. And once you do that, we can now untab the leg like so. You want to bring it down and swing it around. This is going to be the front of the robot here, so swing that around to the forefront and bring the leg down like so. This little panel here, just fold up, and we'll get started on the rest of his leg. So you just want to open up this back panel right here and swing the foot around, rotate his toe, so everything's lined up there, flip out the heel. And then this piece right here, all this is going to fill in this gap right here. So this is on a double hinge that you just swing forward, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this. You want to bring this down. You can see there are little tabs on either side here. We're going to go into this groove. There's a groove right here again. Don't know how you can see it. There we go. That groove right there. So just maneuver all that in so it sits where it's supposed to, like that. And then this little panel in here will flip down and fills in the front of that leg there. And then you take this bit right here, you flip this out, and that will sit just right in there, that little square. And that will hold all that in place so that it doesn't collapse back in on you. You can kind of bring the foot down to make sure everything is where it's supposed to be, and I believe it is. So there you go. Just bring the little knee pad down, and there you have a leg all done. Second verse! Just like the first, so just wiggle, 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 untap, bring that down, rotate, bring that down, flip up that little panel, open up the leg, swing around the foot, rotate the toesies, flip out the heelsies. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but they're okay. And just bring that leg filler piece to the forefront, flip down that little panel, flip out this little support strut, close that up. I believe everything is sitting where it should be. Yes! And there you have the legs all done. So now we will move our way upwards. So now we're going to take this piece right here, which is going to be his crotch plate, and just bring that down. You want to come here and bring these pieces out, and then you want to unpeg this section right here. Just give that a wiggle, 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 wiggle. There you go, and that just pegs in right there. That's what's hiding his face. And at this point now, you can see this section right here is on a double hinge. You just want to tilt it forward right now. And at this point, you want to take these silver bits and bring them out. This little panel here, you just flip in. This panel right here, as you can see, is on its own hinge. You just want to bring that back so you can rotate this around like so. And once you do that, you can then take this on its double hinge and bring it all the way down like that. Make sure those things are out of the way, and then you can bring these silver bits up like so. You can bring these pieces up like that, and you have his midsection all done. He's not going to stand like this. He will not stand for it. Oh, he will stand for it. He'll stand for it, and he'll like it. Anyway, so now we'll come up and move on to the arms. Actually, before we move on to the arms, let's peg in his crotch. There you go. Just pegs in right there, like so. Locks all that in place. There you go. Gotta make sure your crotch is secure at all times. At all times, anyway. So now we'll move on to the upper body here. So we just want to take all this and just give it a wiggle, 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 wiggle. And you also want to lift it up. That's really what you should do first. Let's just bring that up because that tabs in right there. Tabs in right there. And that will make the wiggling here a lot easier. So wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we go. And just bring those down like that. And you want to make sure that this tabs back in right here. So just bring that in and just tab it in. Sometimes things kind of get in the way a little bit. So just kind of maneuver things around. There you go. You want all that sitting just like that. So you just want to bring this down. You want to bring back this panel here that has the head. So bring that back to get that out of the way. And all this will come down, and you have these two tabs right here, which will go into the slots up here. And that will secure the torso in place like that. And then this piece just comes in, just plugs in right there. Make sure the arms are out of the way. There we go. Bring that down like that. This little piece is just on a little slider. You just bring that down. That angles down like that. And you got that going on. So now, let's go back down a little bit. So now you want to open up this shoulder section right here. Flip out this silver piece, and what's going to happen here is this little hook is just going to go in right there, and this is going to plug up right up in there. So just line all that up like that, push that down, and that will lock into place. And there you go. This little piece right here, you can just angle back, reveal some molded painted details right there. And just do the same thing on the other side. Just open that up, flip that out, and then close it back up. Make sure that hooks in right there, tabs in right there, and there you have that going on. So now we'll move on to the arms. So bring that back. Boop, there you go. So now we'll move on to the arm. So just rotate the arm, bring it down. Let me bring the camera down so you can see what's going on. And you just take this piece here, bring that down on that double hinge. You want to come back here and open up this panel and flip out the hand. The one on this side is quite stiff, and I loosened the screw too, but it's still pretty stiff. There you go. Bring that out, close that back up like that, and then you come up to the shoulder here, and you just bring this up, you flip out this little silver piece, close it back up. There you go. You got an arm all done. Second vest, just like the vest. So it rotates, bring down, swing this down, open up that panel, flip out the hand, flip out, flip, close that up, bring that up, flip that out, close that up, and there you go. And the panel here that this head is on a double hinge, so you just bring that up like that, and that just comes up and just tabs in right there. And I believe we're done. Are we done? We're almost done. Just one more thing to do, because Megatron needs his weapon. What's a Megatron without a weapon? I don't know. But let's give him one. So we take the wingtips here, and we just extend this piece. This piece comes back. It will lock. Bring this piece back. Bring that piece back. Like so. Do the same thing on the other side. Just extend. Bring that back. Flip that back. And then you take the two halves, and they just plug together. Like so. Oops, there we go. Like that. And there you have his cannon or railgun. I always call it a cannon. If it's on Megatron, I call it a cannon. Plug that onto his arm. And now we are done. And there you have TYRANT aka IDW Megatron, in his robot mode. And he looks awesome. A very, very well done figure, in my opinion. I love it. I love it. So let's get in close here so we can take a look not at his belly, but at his noggin. There's his noggin. Very nicely done head sculpt. Again, you get that nice purple detail in there, nice silver on the face. He does have a light up feature. There is a switch behind his head, and when you flick it over, the evil red eyes glow a nice bright red, and that is really, really cool. Love that, love that. Very nicely done head sculpt, in my opinion. And you got some transparent purple right there for the chest, and nice Decepticon sticker will go right there when this review is over. You got those silver bits right there. Some silver and purple. That looks really nice in there with that purple trim. Lots of silver on this figure as well, as you can see, as well as little bits of gold here and there. You got a little bit of gold there. You got some gold trim there going down the legs. A little bit of gold in there. And again, the color scheme and overall design is just gorgeous, in my opinion anyway. And it is a very clean transformation, except for these pieces back here. This is the only thing that bugs me about this toy, is that it is such a clean transformation, and yet these little panels back here, like, they just stick out. You can't do anything with them. I mean, I guess you can kind of bring them down, but then that's going to kill a silhouette. So it's just, they just sit back there. I don't know. That's the only thing I don't like about this, is just these little things just sticking out. I don't know if that's accurate to his comic book design, but I don't really care for that. I wish they could have found a way to, you know, at least have these sit flat against his back or something. That's just kind of weird how that works. So, well, it is what it is. I don't know. But there you go. Now, articulation-wise, the head can do a full 360. He can look up and down. Arms can do a full 360. They can move in and out. You can move this little panel out of the way here. Get his arms all the way out. You do have rotation at the bicep. You do have a nice deep range of movement there at the elbow. You do have rotation at the wrist, as well as this hinge right here that allows the hand to move inward a little bit if you need it. I don't really know why that's there, but it's there for you if you need it. The hands can open and close. The index finger is a separate piece with a hinge there and a hinge there, and the other three fingers are just one solid piece with just a hinge at the base. So you got that. He does have waist rotation, and that's pretty much as far as it goes. That's pretty much as far as you need it to go, really. Legs can go forward that far on a nice ratchet, back that far, outward that far. These panels right here can rotate and can move outward if you need them to. He has rotation right above the knee, 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and the feet can move up, they can move down a lot, and you get some ankle tiltage. You do get that rotational joint there at the toe if you need it, as well as the heel being able to move down if you need that to support him in any poses. So he is pretty poseable. So you got that going on. Now if you want to, you can use the base for his robot mode as well. You can take this peg, and it does plug in a very uncomfortable place. It plugs, it plugs in there. Awkward! Anyway, and you also have this little hook piece right here, this little claw rather. And if you want, you can just plug this claw on like so. And then just lock that into place like that. Bring it up a little bit like that. And that just clips in like right, it clips around this section right here. You just have to have everything just positioned just right. But basically just clip it around his back, and that will hold him in place if you want to use the stand like that. So totally up to you. You can get, flying poses out of them. You can just have them standing there if you wish. So you can make use of the base in his robot mode, which is quite nice. And I appreciate it, so. There you go, and I think that is pretty much it there. And now for comparison. Here he is with the official Generations Deluxe IDW Megs. Just so you can see how they look together, and I'm pretty sure you can guess which one I liked better. That one, totally. No. That one, duh, come on now, really? I mean, really, that's a no contest right there. That's a no contest. That blows that out of the water. Boom, blows it out of the water. Here he is with Generation Toys IDW Prime, and they look wonderful together. Wonderful. Megs is a tad bit taller at the head. Tad bit taller, as he should be. So. Yeah, they definitely look good together. Very, very nicely done. Oops, I forgot to flip in your mirrors. There you go. But yeah, they look great together. Two very nicely done figures. Love it, love it, love it. And here is the old IDW Megatron design with the current IDW Megatron design. Just so you can see how they look together. So, there you have that. And just because I have him here, here he is with Transformissions IDW Minosaur. So you can see how they look together. So there you have that. And that is basically it for Generation Toys Tyrant. Another very well done, very solid figure from Generation Toy. Absolutely love it. Very, very cool. I dig it. I dig it very much. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. That's pretty much all I can say about this figure. I love it. I have my little nitpicks. Like I said, those two panels, those panels in the bottom of the jet mode, I wish actually tabbed in somewhere and locked in somewhere. These panels just kind of sticking straight out the back. I wish they could have found a way to make those kind of sit flush against his back, collapse up in some way better than that. But little things. Overall, though, a very nicely done figure. He looks amazing. I dig it. I dig it very much. So there you go. So if you would like this or any of Generation Toys' other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out LoriPlan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say, so there is the Generation Toy Tyrant, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Alright, Prime. As you can see, I've been working out, and it's time to battle to the death. Yeah, I know, but listen, Megatron. But think about this. With your power and your intellect, as flawed as it may be sometimes, think of all the good you could do. You would make a great Autobot. Ha! Oh, man! Are you kidding me? Me become an Autobot? Are you serious? Like that'll ever happen? Oh my god. Oh man, you are funny, Prime. You are funny. You know what? I'm not even gonna kill you today because you're a funny guy. You are a funny guy that says funny things. Becoming Autobots. You are hilarious. Oh my. I mean, I'm just saying, it could happen.